right now, this is one of my favourite meals of the day. I absolutely love it. I look forward to this every single morning. And I've always said to everyone, start your day off as best as you possibly can. This makes me happy. This makes me get up and think, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. 2 bagel thins, like 187 grams of baked beans, the reduced sugar ones. 2 whole eggs, as you can see there. Some salmon, and underneath that I've got some lightest Philadelphia. Unreal, try it, just try it. I beg you, try it. Tag me on Instagram or something. Unreal, what a way to start the day.
Outstanding, constant tension.
Unfucking believable. Mum and Dad got me this picture to put on my wall for Christmas. I'm not sure where to put it in my room, because obviously my room, I'll tell you what, my room isn't the biggest. Not gonna lie, it's a tiny little room. It does the job though, like, don't get me wrong, I like it. But I'm thinking of putting it on the wall, like just there. Just on the back wall there. But I'm in a position, like, should I really put a picture of myself on the wall? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm proud of what I've done, but I didn't really achieve much, if that makes sense. Fair enough if there was, like, you know, a first place trophy, or me standing next to a first place trophy. I don't know. Is that me, like, feeling, is that me just talking shit, or, I don't know. I don't know, should I put it up on the wall, or should I just leave it? Let me know. So I continuously, at the moment, am getting thoughts on Brandon leaving Greg, thoughts on this, thoughts on that, thoughts on Brandon, thoughts on what do you think about Brandon leaving Greg for Cal. And I'm sitting here going, I don't know, like, I don't know the reason why, I don't know. It could be loads of reasons, you know, they might not have got along. Brandon might have not liked the way Greg was, the style of coaching, like, it could be simple things like that. They could have a disagreement of some sorts. I don't know, it's difficult, and it happens, you know, that's the industry. I mean, Greg could be an amazing coach, but it might not just be for Brandon. Greg is straight to the point. You know, he doesn't beat around the bush. He's like straight in your face and says it quite aggressively. Some people like that. Other people don't like it, you know. Like, some people like my videos because I'm straight to the point. I don't beat around the bush. I say it how it is. People like that. Other people don't. Oh, this George is a fucking wanker sort of thing. That's life, unfortunately. That could be the reason. So, who knows? I personally, if you want my honest opinion, I think Cal is going to put him in the right direction in terms of where Brandon wants to be, maybe the drug side of things. I think Cal is a better coach in that perspective. I could be totally wrong. Don't fucking slate me in the comments. Greg, I don't know. I just don't. Those two I just couldn't put together. But I can put Cal and Brandon together. So either way, I'm not really too. It's not going to change my life, you know. I wish Brandon the best. I love watching his videos. I think he's got a great physique. Here we go, bum boy in fucking Brandon. Open up a bit of that. But I generally think he's got a really good physique. And yeah, who knows? Either way, I'm excited to follow, because I think he's got a great physique. I think he will turn pro eventually. Just time will tell. That's all that needs to happen. And I think he's done the better. I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below. I don't know. This is a topic we can have in the comments, and I'll love. People just gonna slate me in it. Fucking George, shut your fucking mouth, George. It's great. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how he gets along. But yeah, please stop asking me my thoughts on this, thoughts on that, thoughts on Brandon, thoughts on Greg, and thoughts on. I don't know. Fucking hell. Inimax, we don't know, boy. Do we know? Oh, you can't even see him. We don't know, boy, do we? We really don't know. We don't know, do we? No, we don't. Chest and arms about to go down. Taking, of course, the Nova Pump Neuro. I only take that on my chest days right now. I don't take anything on my delts and back sessions, and I just have a pre-workout on my leg session. Sometimes I might just have caffeine once a week, like just literally once a week. I won't have caffeine. I don't drink coffees, I don't drink, you know, don't drink Diet Cokes, which have got caffeine in it, only a little bit, but I still don't have anything like that. The best decision I've ever made, because sleep's way better, I feel way better, and I can actually function without having caffeine. Like, so many people rely on, like, first thing they do when they wake up, I need a coffee. No, you don't. Your mind's telling you that, you know, you don't need a coffee. If you're looking for any non-stim pre-workouts, then check the guys out over at Supplement Mad. Use my code George10, and guess what? You'll get 10% off, my friends, and you always supported me, and I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Snow cone flavour. Don't know what that is. If anyone tried the snow cone flavour, could you let me know what the taste is? Because I can't tell you the taste. I'd love to tell you, like, tastes like that, tastes like that. For me, if I had to say, it probably tastes like candy, but I don't know if I'm right. So if anyone's actually tried snow cone flavour and can tell me what their taste actually is, that would be brilliant. But for chest and arms. Come on, Georgie boy. Stop being a fucking child, all right? Operation No Child Look. Or no childish look, I should say. Grammar's terrible. And my beard shit. Shock. I'm going back to blonde this year, eventually, so I'm going to have the same colour beard as my, not this jet black beard. Because I like to mix it up, and I don't like to be the same. You know, I want to be I want to be different. Anyway, waffling about bloody beards. Let's get to the fucking gym. So, I haven't gone through the session like this before in a while, where I sit down and just explain a little bit more detail about the training and my thought process and what's going on behind what I'm doing in terms of training. If this is something that you want to see more often, let me know. If you don't want to see it, then let me know again. Usually people don't want to see it, but it's worth a try. So always when I start when I start off my sessions, I begin with a pec fly machine. Just do about 3 sets warming up. I'll increase the load each set, I should say. I don't go into failure or anything like that. Just get a little bit of blood into the chest. Just activate that area, because I've struggled in the past with just my muscle connection. Like I do a set on some particular chest movements and I don't feel it at all. But just not pre-exhausting, but just activating my chest just allows me to recognize that I am pressing through my chest and not using my delts, for example. I also use the rotator cuff stuff, so I use a little 2.5 kilo dumbbell, plate, or dumbbell, whatever, and just do a bit of that. I do a load of stuff like dumbbell curls, kickbacks. I do some front raises, some lateral raises as well with like 2.5 kilos, just to get blood in the area. I see so many people just going to the gym and just start, they don't even warm up. Don't even know how anyone could do that. I also have a little bit of elbow issues right now, so if I can do some light curls, if I can do some kickbacks, really make sure I've got some blood in there, that would be really good, because I've been struggling pressing wise with just pain in my forearms and elbows at the moment. I don't know why, I feel like a bit of an old man. So I start off with that. I will do as long as I'll take as long as I need to make sure that I'm 100% warm going into my sessions. There's nothing worse than just pulling or tweaking your chest on a chest press or something like that. So really always make sure that you are warm and ready to go, and you can confirm that by just basically knowing how you feel almost. Exercise 1 is the incline hammer strength chest press. Now this one, I don't know why, it feels slightly different to the one that I've been used to recently down at Atlas Gym. I can't load it as much. As you can see, I've only got 3 plates here for a set of 6. Not bad. Considering the last time I was here, I was doing 2.5 for a set of 6, 2.5 plates for a set of 6. I've actually been able to add 20 kilos to this since October. So in 3 months, it's not too bad. That I will definitely take it, especially as a natty. It felt good, felt really good, felt quite smooth. Just so used to the different hammer strength that when you're using different bits of kit that you're not used to, really difficult to adapt to that quite quickly. So with time, and the more I do it, the better I'm going to get. What I'm really focused on is just burying my scapula into the pad and really focus on just driving that up. As you can see, that last rep was a sticky one, but I wanted to make sure that I got it, and then I backed off for 2.5 plates, and I think I got a set of 12 or something like that, which is fairly okay. I'm not the strongest presser, but it's going up. I'm improving it as best as I possibly can, so I'm just going to be patient with that. 2 working sets on that, 1 heavy set, 1 back off set, as I usually would do. I then move on to the flat Atlantis Smith machine press. Really like the Atlantis Smith machine. If you've ever used it, it's really smooth. It's something which I'd recommend taking advantage of, because there's so many gyms now which have such awful sticky Smith machines. Like, I don't know if you ever used a Smith machine and it's just like fucking put you in your place, and you're like, wow, I definitely don't want to be using that. So I started off with my top set with 2 plates and a 5 each side for a set of 6 again, I believe, and then I did my back off with 1 3/4, so 1 and a 15 each side. Then I added like a 2.5, and I managed to get 14 reps. So next time my back off set's going to be 2 sets. Same again here, really bracing my scapula into the pad. I think what a lot of people forget when doing like a barbell bench press is engaging your core, engaging your glutes and your lower body as well. Like, use your feet as a platform to produce force. Christ, I knew I was going to try my best not to stutter and fuck up, but that never happens with me. So really plant your feet, really engage your glutes by tucking your glutes, and just having a really strong setup is going to allow you to become more efficient at your pressing. So that's moving nicely. That feels really good, especially with this Smith machine right now, and I can't wait to look to progress that, especially coming back to Physique's gym. I'm expecting to see some quick progressions as I'm, adapting to these pieces of kit that I haven't used for a longer period of time. Same again, 2 sets, 1 heavy set, 1 back off set. Then moved on to the narrow grip dumbbell press, one of my favourite rotations for the triceps. I'm a very tricep dominant presser. Like, I use quite a lot of my triceps. My triceps are a strong point. And I was just warming up, and I looked back at what I did previously when I was here, and I did 37s for a set of 4. And I picked up the 37s and just tried them, and I was like, wow, this is baby weight. I can definitely do more than that. So I think I did the 42s for a set of 42.5s for a set of 6. Really enjoyed this exercise. Again, what I do is I slightly tilt the dumbbells like this towards me, and that just allows me, I don't know why, but just that sort of, in terms of where the weight is distributed, that slight tilt, just I feel it more engaging my triceps. Keep my elbows nice and tucked, and I'm pressing again, As you can see, my setup in terms of my lower body wasn't good here. This is a good example of not having a good setup, because the stability required on this movement is quite difficult, especially you're pressing quite heavy loading compared to my body weight. Like I'm like 73 kilos right now. I'm doing like, you know, 42.5s in each hand. It's really difficult to stabilize, so make sure that your lower body is engaged. And then I moved on to my isolation work for the chest, so I did a D-handle pec fly. The D-handle is going to allow you just greater range of motion. Like, just try it. I don't know about any of you guys, but I use a pec fly machine and I just feel it in my fucking biceps. I get a bicep pump, my biceps are really sore. It just feels horrible, it just doesn't feel right. So the D handle just allows my hands to be more free, and I can just really focus in on what I'm doing is contracting my chest, not allowing my biceps to fatigue quicker than my chest, because that's what typically happens. Don't get me wrong, the Atlantis pec fly machine is really, really good, but just the addition to the D handles makes it even better. So try that if you've never tried it before. I then moved on to my dual cable curl, whatever you want to call it. Really, one of my favorite bicep moves. My biceps were fucked after this. As you can see, I'm really focused on just curling, keeping my elbow in a fixed position behind me, because what we really want to do, we keep our arms behind us, we're just going to allow our biceps to go for a greater range of motion, instead of doing like half cheaty sort of reps, which you typically see. And if you can get stronger going through the fullest range of motion, you're going to see more development, 100%. And you're going to be doing it right. There's nothing worse than seeing someone progressing in the gym, but the range of motion is being decreased, or they're not doing it correctly. So really focusing on just contracting here. And ever since I've been doing a lot of cable work for my arms, I think my arms have improved drastically. I think my arms just look bigger compared to what they was on contest prep. And that's just through not throwing dumbbells around or barbells, just really focusing on cable work and just contracting it and just being honest with myself. Throwing dumbbells around just doesn't get me anywhere. My arms respond better with just doing really good cable work, connecting and focusing on just really what I am doing. So if you are struggling to build and develop your arms, definitely implement something like that. Also, a D-handle tricep press down. Again, I love the D-handles for the same reason as the pec fly machine. Keep my elbows tucked. I do a heavy set of like overloading, and then I'll do like a back off set, like just trying to chase the pump. And then do a preach curl. I'm a big fan of this preach curl right now. I don't know why, but something about this preach curl works really well for me. And then I finished off for the long head of the tricep with like an overhead cable extension. I used the longer ropes. I'm a bit of a selfish wanker when it comes to that, because other people probably want to use the ropes, but I use the long ropes. Luckily the gym was very quiet, so I got away with it. But I use the long ropes just to allow me to have a greater range of motion, so I can take my triceps through, you know, I want to flex my biceps and then I want to extend my arm fully, taking the tricep for its fullest range of motion. Working on the long head there, so the meaty part of the tricep, which a lot of people don't do. And like I said, that's going to show and create the illusion of a bigger tricep, because we know that, you know, 2/3 of your arm is tricep, and then obviously 1/3 of your arm is going to be the bicep. So you want big arms, you've got to train your triceps a little bit more. And that was the session. Really, really good session. Don't really know where I am in terms of strength right now, because of course, you know, being back at the new gym, not really sure where I'm at. But the good thing is that I'm stronger than where I was in October when I was last there. So it's good to see that over the 3 months I've been there, I've been able to progress. So I'm super happy about that. I just need to continue doing that. Just continue doing that and continue doing that for a very long time. And then, you know, you'll look back and you think, fuck me, that incline hammer, I'm now up to 4 plates. I used to be on 2.5 plates. Then you'll start to see the visual changes in your physique. You just got to be doing it for a very long period of time. Let me know in the comments down below whether that helped, whether you provided some value, and any exercises or anything like that. Try it and tag me on Instagram and stuff like that, and I'll have a little look, or send it to me on Instagram and I can critique it. Lots of love, guys. I'm fucking going for a fucking Wagamama, mate. Fucking hell.
Why did you get a new one?
I don't know. Had a Wagamama's last night, fairly average, not gonna lie to you. I've only had it about 3 times in my life, and every time I've gone, I think it's all right, it looks nice, it tastes nice, but is it really worth me paying the 15 quid that I just fucking spunked on it? Not really sure. I don't think it is, not gonna lie. Let me know in the comments down below. Am I ordering the wrong thing? Is Wagamama's really worth it, or could I just save my money and probably make it at home? I don't know. Let me know. Comment down below, fork, if you've watched the whole thing. Remember back in the day, you better not fuck on the table, you son of a bitch. I don't even know this man and he's calling me a son of a bitch. Remember that fucking thing? Anyway, don't know why I started doing that. You probably haven't got a clue what I'm going on about, but if you do, just let me know in the comments, so I'm not the only one that's fucking thinking, Christ, what's this fucking weirdo going on about? Lots of love, thank you for all the support as always. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorted.